Hey gang, thank you again for watching. I just got back from jiu-jitsu and some wall wrestling, a little bit scraped up, but otherwise good. Make sure you're out there training. So let's talk today about Jorge Masvidal versus Colby Covington, kind of my thoughts on the whole altercation situation. So there's this weird thing where if you get punked so bad, I mean, you guys have seen it probably in the news and whatnot. You see someone, they get beat up in a fight, and then they come back later with a gun and they shoot that person. We've all seen that. They can't beat them in a fight, but they've been punked so bad they have to come back and do something. So they come back and they either sucker punch or weapons or shoot them. This is kind of this whole like defending your honor type system, and it kind of is a little bit relevant here. It would be like if let me try to give you a scenario that you guys could relate to. So say you're out with your girl or your boyfriend, you're at a restaurant and John Jones comes in, takes your girl, takes your boyfriend and just says they're coming with me, and you're like, hey, what the hell? And then he beats you up and your girlfriend is like, what a total loser. So there's two things you can do in that scenario. You either just say, well, I got roasted, and you walk away, or you got to exact some revenge on John Jones because you got just absolutely punked. You got roasted alive. So you decide, I'm gonna get back at John Jones. So you get a baseball bat. Even that probably might not be enough, but you come back, you hit John Jones in the knee. He goes down. You post a video taking credit for it on Twitter. And then you get charged with assault with a weapon or assault causing bodily harm. So now you are facing this criminal charge, which is stressing you out like crazy because you're like thinking, oh my God, am I going to be able to travel? Am I going to lose my job? Like, is this going to affect my livelihood? You have all this anxiety, all this stress. And meanwhile, John Jones is having your girlfriend nurse his knee, and he still beat you up and took your girl, and he's still going to Pound Town. And now you're in jail. So in this situation, it's the same thing. You have had Masvidal and Covington. And Covington's been talking so much trash about Masvidal, so much, and Masvidal has been as well. But Covington has had the more effective trash talk. And then he backs up that trash talk that night, 50-45 on the judges' scorecards. Backs it up, not really that competitive. And he's out there in his celebration tour, just still talking reckless. And what happens? So Masvidal has a decision to make. Okay, I can either go back to the gym, I can keep training, I can work real hard, I can do what I need to do, or hey, I got this reputation of this street badass fighter. I mean, the reason why I initially got really famous was the 2 pieces in the soda when I.
Oh, I'm glad I got the recipe.
Let's talk about that opening sequence.
Maybe not. If you shot, hey, come over here, say it in my face. Bro.
I didn't take shit. I am a street fighter. I fought on the Kimbo Slice. I can't let this guy talk about my kids and my family. I have to do something. I have to do something on site. So he shows up, hoodie and all. He's wearing a surgical mask, runs in, sucker punch twice, chips Kobe's tooth. They're calling it a fracture, but I've never heard of that. Chips his tooth, ends up getting charged with assault. So at the end of the day, you could see when Masvidal, and everyone was laughing at Masvidal because his disguise really sucked and they knew it was him. But he wanted them to know it was him. He wanted the world to know because he wanted to be like, look what I did. I'm the street fighter. Remember that guy? That's me, right? I'm not a punk. That's what he wanted to do. But the problem is when he released that Twitter video taking credit for it, you can actually see the stress in his face. He's stressed out about it.
They call this show your face challenge. What's up? I'm from Dade County. You talk that shit, you gotta back it up. That's how my city rolls, man.
Because it's a stressful situation, whether he wants to admit it or not, to face charges, criminal charges. It's stressful, especially with your career. How's the UFC going to react to that? They obviously don't want people fighting outside of the cage. Could they make an example of him? He's a top draw, but he has lost his last few fights in a row. Like, you got to be careful, right? So you can tell he's stressed out about this, you know? So at the end of the day, I would say to Masvidal, like, it's not worth it. It's not worth it to do that, right? Like, unfortunately, some things you have to let go. Alternatively, everyone is saying, well, Colby said it was on site. He said it was on site. Colby's talking trash. That's his character. That's what he does. And everyone knows that's a character. But if Colby doesn't do anything, then this could keep escalating, and these little fights all over Miami could happen until someone gets seriously injured. So Colby nips it in the butt right away with the assault charge. So anyways, guys, I just wanted to give my thoughts real quick on that video. You know, sometimes you see, everyone has dealt with this where you're like, get into some kind of altercation with someone. Maybe they didn't put their shopping cart away. Maybe they went the wrong way in the aisle. No, I wouldn't care about that. But or maybe you went the wrong way in the aisle at Walmart during COVID, and someone starts yelling at you, and they start challenging you and start talking all this shit. But you know deep down inside, if you do anything, they're going to sue you and they're going to charge you. And that's just the way it works. So it's better to leave it be and to move on, right? Take care of yourself, take care of your family. Don't let your ego put you in those situations, because at the end of the day, if you're the one sitting in jail, I mean, was it worth it? Anyways, guys, thank you again for watching. You're the best subscribers on YouTube. Just want to make this video real quick, and I hope you are having a great week.